Welcome to the Deep Dive. We search out fascinating sources and really try to bring you the most illuminating insights. Today, we're jumping into something pretty extraordinary, a deep dive exploring these, well, profound energetic shifts that are apparently happening on Earth and within us, within human consciousness. And our source for this is, it's a really unique and quite intriguing transcript we came across. So our mission today is to unpack what this transcript actually says. You know, things about new cosmic frequencies, divine guidance, humanity's role. It feels like a really grand transformation is being described. And as we get into the Earth changes part, the source makes this really striking historical comparison. It actually mentions Atlantis, which, you know, immediately grabs your attention.
Definitely. And I think this deep dive, it offers a fresh perspective, connects these concepts that might seem a bit esoteric, connects them with really personal implications. So hopefully it gives you a new lens, you know, a way to view your own journey right here, right now.
Okay, great. So let's open this up then. The source kicks things off with a pretty central claim. It says, a grand new series of frequencies is emerging now, and it's weaving through the Earth's core. Is that right?
That's what it says, yeah, weaving through the core and set to really ramp up in the second half of 2025. And crucially, the source suggests these aren't just like background noise, they're actively creating significant new paths. It calls them potent destiny lines.
Destiny lines. Okay, for people who are open to them, presumably, like an invitation.
Exactly, an invitation to step into a new future. That's the feeling. And it describes these energies as an upgraded force of light, apparently activated a few years back, but now it's like they're calling humanity into, well, the long-prophesied genesis of human consciousness.
Wow. A genesis, so like a new beginning for consciousness itself.
That's the implication.
Yeah.
A profound cosmic nudge, you could say, pushing us towards a higher state, fundamentally reshaping consciousness.
And it's not subtle, you're saying, because the transcript mentions the veils between dimensions are shifting once again.
Explicitly expanding our capacity, it says, to embrace ever greater truths.
So we can perceive more, understand more.
That seems to be the idea. And it even suggests our whole being, physical, energetic, everything is realigning. It talks about these awakened currents of blue crystalline light.
Blue crystalline light sounds very specific, like a purifying energy.
High frequency purifying.
Yeah.
That's the description, yes. And looking bigger picture, the source says Earth's priming field is displaying new geometry to support this transformation.
Okay, the Earth itself is changing its structure to accommodate this.
That's the claim. And then comes that comparison you mentioned earlier.
Ah, the Atlantis one.
Yeah, not since the beginning of Atlantis have we seen this. Pretty dramatic stuff.
Definitely. So what's the result of that?
The result is new streams of liquid light currents descending, bringing fresh revelations.
Revelations, okay. And this idea of a timeless threshold for direct rebirth, it sounds powerful, but what about our physical bodies? Does the source say how this impacts us physically?
It does touch on that. It says our bodies now vibrate in ways previously out of reach.
Meaning, like literally vibrating differently.
Well, carrying a new energetic signature, it says, getting us ready for multidimensional encounters. So it implies a pretty deep biological and energetic shift.
Multi-dimensional encounters?
Okay.
That's quite something.
It is. But the source also adds a reassuring note. It mentions that higher councils and Pleiadian realms, you know, often linked with spiritual guidance, are ready to support us. They're working together, in synergy it says, to help during this blossoming phase of revelations.
Right, so there's support available on other levels. Okay, so that covers the big picture, the external shifts, but then the source turns inward, right? How do we engage? It brings up these new Genesis codes. What are those about? They sound important.
Very important, according to this. They're described as key to our individual evolution right now, like portals magnetizing you into deeper layers of your heart space.
Okay, heart space. We hear that term a lot. What does it mean in this specific context, according to the source?
Here, it's presented as your direct link, your connection point to universal collective consciousness, that unified field of awareness.
Ah, okay. So connecting there.
Yes, and by surrendering to that connection, allowing it to anchor, you integrate more with your sacred design, your authentic blueprint, basically. And this brings an infusion of authenticity right down into yourselves.
Wow. An infusion of authenticity. I like that. It's like the universe whispering, you are the one you have been waiting for.
That's exactly the sentiment, yeah. And engaging with these currents, these codes, it apparently opens up multidimensional gateways.
Gateways. Leading where?
Leading to an expanded perception of self. You start to see yourself differently, more broadly. And this isn't just conceptual. The source suggests it's quite tangible. It describes how your cells, electrified by new downloads of consciousness.
Electrified?
That's the word to use, yes. Are steadily aligning with the frequency of your higher aspects, meeting the more elevated divine parts of you. This alignment allows your physical body, your physical vessel, to hold more of your true divine light.
Okay, so inner work directly impacts our physical capacity to hold. Well, more us, essentially, more of our higher self.
That's the idea presented.
And as this inner transformation happens, what about our connection to the wider universe? The source mentions the universal community.
Right. It says our relationship there is evolving too. Apparently, a deeper design was always meant to reawaken.
Always meant to, but it's been hidden.
Hidden by many veils, yes. Veils that conceal this stable union with our higher consciousness, but it mentions an extraordinary covenant recently renewed.
A covenant, like an agreement.
It seems so. A significant agreement. And one really striking thing about this renewed covenant is that it offers a pathway beyond separation, a way out of illusion.
Beyond separation. So, unity.
Yes, where illusion can no longer hold you captive. The source suggests that in just one moment of achieving this union, you can transcend linear constraints.
Linear time, linear thinking.
Exactly.
No.
And step into your infinite sacred potential.
That sounds freeing. And it connects to how the source talks about Earth's ascension timeline, right? The bridge of gold.
Precisely. It calls it a bridge of gold where nothing is ordinary. Even this temporary phase is overflowing with creative possibilities.
So seeing the potential in everything.
Kind of, yeah. It encourages viewing experiences through the lens of the universal library.
The universal library, like the Akashic Records concept.
Similar idea, perhaps. An analogy for the huge interconnected tapestry of all life. Your journey is a vast weaving, and each thread of life is essential. Every single experience matters.
Okay, and how do we actually see those threads, those gifts?
Through conscious breath and deliberate awareness, the source says. It's about unmasking the deeper gifts hidden within each experience.
And that newly anchored frequency of love from the covenant helps with this.
Yes, that's described as the catalyst. This powerful unifying energy dissolves the old illusions, letting the deeper truths come through. And interestingly, this process is also linked to a specific reunion with the Christ energy and the essence of Mother Mary.
Really? How does the source frame that?
It frames it as reflecting a pure teaching of compassion, which fosters unity and wholeness. As these higher energies integrate, the spiritual illusions unravel. And then naturally, the outworn patterns and structures start breaking down.
On all levels, personal and societal.
Every level, it suggests.
Yeah.
Which leads to revelations surfacing both in our personal lives and in society at large. Things coming to light.
Okay, that makes sense. Things falling apart to make way for the new. So given all these huge shifts happening, how does the source advise we actually, live day to day?
It offers some very direct yet profound guidance. The call is to pause the struggle and let go into acceptance.
Pause the struggle. Easier said than done sometimes. What does that look like practically?
Well, the source reminds us that you chose this exact timeline for its rich potential of deep rebirth. It's like saying trust the process you signed up for, and it emphasizes that you're supported. The flow of divine energy, cosmic waveforms, and the synergy of galactic councils are all helping you take each step beyond the veil.
Okay, so trust and acceptance, leaning into the support that's there.
Exactly, which leads into the idea of divine guidance.
Right. The source says every activity can be done under divine guidance, and that human mistakes will diminish greatly by like 90%.
Yeah, over 90%.
Yeah.
If we consistently turn within for guidance.
Okay, but how? How do we reliably tap into that internal guidance, according to this?
Well, there's a crucial distinction made. The source warns against dragging the problems of your human world or your worries about others into your silent meditation.
So don't bring the stress into the quiet space.
Right. Instead, it suggests asking internally, is this matter mine to solve? Or is it the concern of the prime creator within me? It's about discernment and release.
Okay, that's a really interesting question to ask. Is this mine or is it the creator's?
It frames our concerns as part of a larger creator's project.
So if I'm worried about, say, finding a new job, I should release that anxiety to this creator project.
That's the idea. Let go of trying to control the outcome and allow divine guidance to flow. Like trusting the GPS, as you said before, even if the route looks weird initially.
Right. Stop micromanaging the universe.
Exactly. Because As the Source puts it, frustration and failure come directly from trying to fit the infinite into a problem defined by the finite